Hello everybody, this is Joe with IST Group again, and in this video I would like to show you some simple games that are written using voicej.net by IST Group. And so without further ado, let's get started. The first thing that I wanted to show you is the snake game, and the snake game is voicej.net web page application. It only has one page, and the page is shown here with the title. On the top right we have a score, we have a game canvas. That's the area where the game is played, and after the game is over you can reset it and restart the game. So let's have a look at the code. The main page of the game defines a few constants, for example, how big is the playing area, how big is one fragment of the snake, and how big is the food, how long is the initial length of the snake, how fast will it move itself, and what is the maximum time of the game. The time is counted in ticks. Usually 1000 ticks are 1 second, so this would be 60 seconds. The snake can move in 4 directions, left, right, and up and down. It does not go diagonally. The main page, first of all, there is the usual call to initialize components. The components are, let's look at this again. Basically, the most important component is this picture box. You see it here, picture box. It's called game canvas, and there's nothing special to this. It is just used for drawing the snake and the food. Okay, the game canvas size is being set here from the constants. There's also a progress bar which you cannot see in the designer because the background color is the same color as the form color, so it is not visible. It will be visible as a progress bar that is counting down, and when the game is over, the progress bar is over as well. So we have also a score, a label that shows how long the snake is. We have the reset button, which is positioned on the on the bottom right of the game canvas. There's a timer on the form that is called periodically to move the snake. And last of the initialization is to reset the game. So let's go to reset game. Reset game creates a snake, creates a food, sets the direction to left. So when the game starts, there's a short snake and there's a food, and the snake is going left. You can change the direction by using the cursor keys. The display score at the beginning is 0, of course, and invalidate makes sure that the picture box painting is updated. So then the ticker is started, the snake will start to move, and the progress counter will count down from game duration, which is 60 seconds, and will count down to 0. The color of the progress bar is light green. When it reaches a certain point, it changes to red. So let's start with create food, and the picture of the food is the head of a mouse or a rat, depends on how you look at it. It is painted somewhere randomly on the screen, and the snake has to catch it. First time we call this method, it may happen that due to a programming mistake there's no snake already, but we need it later on, so we just create it if it's not there already. Then we create a random position for the food, check if it collides with the snake, and if not, we return the food. So the position of the food is fixed now. Now let's go to the snake. The snake has a header element, which is the first one in a list of elements. and the initial length determines how long the snake is at the beginning. Then we go on to move snake. Move snake is being called by the ticker. Every time the ticker fires, it calls move snake. And the first thing that is done here is to check the ticks, and if the game duration has been reached, the game is over. In this case, we call the game over function. When the time left is only 3 seconds, then the bar color is changed to kind of pink. So next thing in the line is to make sure we remember the tail of the snake. We need that later on. Then we move the snake's body, but we do not move the head. The head might change direction while the body only follows the previous position. So in order to make the snake's head move, first we check which is the current direction that the snake is going. So if it's going left, we have to decrease the X position. If it's going right, we have to increase the X position. If it's going up, we have to decrease the Y position, which is the vertical position. And if it's going down, we move the head 1 down. So now we check whether the snake has reached the corner of the game canvas. So if it has, it wraps around to the opposite side. So if it goes out of the game canvas on the left side, it will re-enter the game at the right side. Accordingly, if the snake leaves the game canvas on the top, it will re-enter the game canvas from the bottom. This is kind of hard to explain, so at this point we can start the application and look how this is working. First start takes a moment. There we go. Now here's the snake, which is going to the left and wrapping around from re-entering the screen from right. Now when I press the down key and the right key and the down key and the right key, I was too slow. Now it has eaten the food. And the score has gone up to 1. Time is counting down. The snake is wrapping around. Now I go to the left. Okay, score 2. That's not really good. I'm too slow for this. Okay, and so on. The progress bar should turn to red. There it is, and now the game is over. That's it. 3 body elements have been eaten by the snake and the game is over. Okay, that's how it looks like. Now let's go on. When we reach this point, we already know that the head goes the new direction, the body parts have been moved 1 position forward, and now we check if the snake has collided with itself, because the snake is eating all the time. If the head hurts the body, then it eats itself, and this is a collision, and at this point the game is over. When the head reaches the food, then it eats the food by simply adding a new body part to the tail of the snake, and this is where we need the 2 positions from the top that we remembered from earlier, and we create a new food. And of course we have to redraw the game canvas. So what happens if the game is over? First of all, we play a sound. Make sure that you play the sound on the client and not on the server. You remember, voicej.net is a program that basically runs on the server, and you want to hear the sound on your client machine. So this will play a sound on the client. When the game is over, we do not move the snake anymore, so we stop the ticker, we display a message, and then we reset the game and start all over. Drawing the game on the canvas is pretty easy too. First of all, we draw the snake's head. We load the image of the snake head from the resources. Let's go here, resources, there is it. Then we create a point where the head is located on the picture box. The snake itself maintains position in the range of 0 to a certain point, like, hold on, it's on the top, somewhere on the top. Oh, here it is. Number of fields in X position and number of fields of Y position. So the snake position X goes from 0 to 39 and the Y position goes from 0 to 29. But the field dimension, which is the size of the head, the size of one body part, or the size of the food, is 16. So we have to multiply these values by 16 so that we can calculate the real position within the game canvas, within the picture box. And that's what we did there. Let's go back to draw the game. Move snake, and here we are, game over, and draw the game. So we have the X position and we multiply it by the field dimension, which is 16. So in essence, the point is valid for the picture box. And the graphics that we loaded 2 rows above is drawn on the picture box right here. We do the same, basically the same for the body parts as well. So in a loop from the first body part to the last, we draw the body parts. The body part is also a picture from the resources. And the food itself is the rat. It's drawn the same in the same way the snake is drawn. Okay, changing direction by the key is easy. We just check the key code, and according to the key code, we set the direction. The direction is used within the move snake method, and the direction determines where the snake goes. We have the reset button. When clicked, it just resets the game. The key down button changes the direction and ignores any other keys. And the ticker, whenever the ticker fires, the snake is moved. And that's all about the snake game. You can download the whole solution with the snake game from the GitHub repository. The link will be listed in the description below. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time. Thank you for listening.